Hey guys, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. And I am apparently not very organised today because I've part cleaned up my desk. But I haven't got my laptop out so I can see comments. But hopefully we will be able... Sorry guys, I'm flicking the screen the wrong way. I'm doing lots of things at the moment. Just bear with me. 1 second. Oh, turning the flash on. Fat finger syndrome. Little buttons on the screen. Look at me. Am I the right way? Yes, I'm the right way. Woohoo! So if you're coming in, say hi. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Trudy. Thanks for joining. So I have a Magnolia Lane class on the weekend. And I have been making, oh, thank you for sharing. I've been making cards using that suite. Now, I've already made my class cards, but there are a couple more cards that I want to make and be able to show my class attendees. Hey, Shannon. And I thought, well, I'll just whack on the video and I'll make it with you. So I will be using the Good Morning... Let's just cover my face and show you the whole stamp set, shall we? The Good Morning Magnolia stamp set. So let me see. Am I covering? Yes, of course I'm covering. Trying to hold them without covering images. So it's a 2-pack set because this, this Magnolia is huge. It's gorgeous. And that is the image I'm going to be using, and probably the little bud one as well today. And I'm going, hello Miss Jamie. I was just talking to Miss Jamie, so blame her for me being later than I anticipated, because she was returning my phone call from much earlier and she is traveling. Yes, she's on the train, so she's in viewing mode only. No cheekiness from Miss Jamie. What will my life be without cheekiness from Miss Jamie? I don't know. So what I want to do is, hey, Jeannie, I want to stamp on a couple of layers using the Stamparatus. So then we've got a stamped image going over a couple of layers, and these larger images are perfect for it. Now, there is a name for this technique. I can't remember what it is. I've gone looking this morning. Hey, Julie. Hey, Donna. And I can't find the name of it. So if you work out the name of it while I'm making the card, please tell me. I'm sure I'll find it. I know I made a card like this years and years and years, and I mean years and years and years and years ago. I used... It was the ornaments that we had when we, on the cover of the Christmas catalogue was a huge ornament. It was using that stamp set. That's how long ago I made it. But I am going to flick you guys around and stop jibber jabbering and get into making this card. Hey, Jenny. Jenny, isn't it the middle of the night in the UK? Hey, Chris. I'll flip around and keep talking to you guys. It must be the middle of the night. But thank you for joining. Hopefully you will get some sleep at some stage, or maybe you're just like me and go to bed like really late. Okay, flick this around. Okay. Let's see how we're doing here. I think we're doing... so it is the middle of the night. I think we're doing okay. Just let me grab my laptop and open that up and move some things over here. Some things may come on screen that I've got stashed over here. Oh, no. That's not good that the dog woke you up. Well, I'm happy to amuse you until you fall back asleep. Now let me unlock this. Still have to turn off my overhead light. Oh, look at that. I don't even have Facebook open. Oh, I'm doing well today, guys. Doing well. Oh my God, that's very early. Hey, Laurie. So I'm also thinking today of adding in some framelits, and I can't decide whether I'm using the nested label. I think I might use the nested label framelits. Oh, yay. Everyone's up and going. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Diane. Hey, Felicity. Great. Great. Everything's up and running now. Yeah, you're on your lunch break, I'm assuming, Diane. I'll just go turn off my light. I'll pick up a stray piece of pattern paper on the ground on the way. Isn't that the perils of a paper crafter? Hello, Miss Pamela. Okay, so this has been sitting in my stamp artist for a couple of days, and I just keep on moving it around for the card that I'm doing. So I haven't got anything set up, and I mean anything. Hey, Delinda. Hey, Philomena. God, the whole crew's here today. This is great, guys. I think I will keep it really simple and use Whisper White. So let's see if I do have a thick Whisper White card base, which I do. Yay, winning. And I think I will need a Whisper White layer. But I'm thinking I'm going to need to cut a piece, because all the pieces that I have are just little scraps, which is good. Means I'm using my scraps. Yes. All going over the Harbour Bridge. Make sure you wave to the Opera House on the way. Sorry, Jamie is on a train, for those of you that have just popped in, and she's going over the Sydney Harbour Bridge. And that's why she's being quiet. Trimmer. I'll get the trimmer, but I also need dies, because I need to work out my sizings, so then I'm just not cutting paper willy-nilly. Now, I could use my stitch rectangle framelits, but I haven't used my nested labels in a while, and I can tell because they are a fair way back in my die box. Right, nested labels. Oh, thank you for sharing. You did make it in, Julie. Does that mean your class isn't on today? Now, I'm going to grab the back of a card here. I'll show you these cards a little later. I'm thinking that one might be a nice size. But now I'm thinking, how am I going to... Oh, we'll work it out. That's what we're here to do, play and see how we go. So, move this one out of the way. I have crafter lanches ready to happen all over the place here. Right, sponges out of the way. Now, I didn't pre-measure how wide I needed this. So I needed about 7 centimeters. 7 centimeters. Perfect. Put the scrap away so it doesn't get covered in ink. Oh, no class today. For a lovely break, and the fact you are able to pop in is just icing on the cake. Okay, so let's die cut this and see how we go. Die cut machine. It will be a quick die cut. This will be Although I say this will be all will die cut and we've still got a sentiment, so I'm not quite sure what I will do with the sentiment as yet. That's okay. It's all good. It helps if you hold onto the handle firmly. Good evening, Diane. Thank you for joining. Okay, now I want to show you something about the stitched, the nested, where are they? The stitch nested labels, because they're all called something slightly different. So when you cut it out, you leave a frame here that has the stitching on it. So you've got stitching on the piece you cut and on the frame. So that's what I'm thinking of doing for the colour that I will use, which I think is petal pink. I'll cut this out of petal pink and then I'll just cut the frame. I think. I'm not quite sure, but that's for future Ellen to worry about. Okay, fold our card base in half, and actually I am going to use the Stamparatus here. Move my magnet. I swear I don't know how I don't break nails moving that magnet. It's so strong. Okay, put all the corners in the corner. That doesn't sound right. Right, give it a nice burnish on the edge. Great. Now, what I want to do is pop a couple of little bits of snail on here, just a few little bits. Then I want to de-tack it quite a bit. Hey Margine, hey Vicky, thanks for sharing, Delinda. Now, a good way to do this is like put it on your sleeve, because I want it repositionable, like as in I want it to stick enough that when I position it, it doesn't like fly away, but I don't want it enough that when I take it off, it rips the paper. Okay, no, that's crooked. So I'm just placing it where I want it. Look, I'm going to get out my T-square ruler at this stage, because I think as it's white on white, I'm having issues. Hello, Miss Karen. Everyone is here today, Julie, including yourself. That's pretty good. Close enough is good enough. Okay, so now I am going to put this in the corner. Take off my stamp. Need to use your muscles. I am not too bad. Enjoying a lovely, lovely day outside, actually. I've got the windows open. It's all kinds of lovely in here. So when I'm placing my stamp, I want to make sure that some of the image is going to go on the card base and some of it on the actual label that we have cut out. Okay, so I'm thinking that is really nice there. So pick that up. Now what I might do is just pop that right there. Now I am thinking of using blends, so I'm going to stamp in Memento ink, because I found out, even though I've used Mossy Meadow ink on Whisper White and used blends with it, the same does not work on pattern paper. Ask me how I know. It's very interesting how different inks react differently on different papers. Okay, so close this over and I am going to walk my hands over this, concentrating on where the paper overlaps. There will be a gap there, but I definitely will be able to fix it, so never fear. Is that too much of a gap? Actually thinking I might stamp it again. It's not very black. I want it blacker than this. So we'll just ink it up again. Good thing about the Stamparatus, we get a second go. Okay, and I will need a baby wipe because I have some ink on the base. Now make sure that did not move an inch, which is good, even a millimetre. Oh, that's lovely that you got rain. Well, I have washed, but as I say regularly, I need someone to come hang it out. So currently it's still sitting. Oh no, I did put half of it in the dryer. That's a much nicer image. So I'll definitely put a layer around here, although I've got it better than what I thought I would. So that concludes our stamping, and I will be putting my sentiment up here to cover the finger mark that I just put there. Oh my dear word. My baby wipes are at the end of the bit. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are getting some rain. We've had a little bit of rain over the weekend. It is nice to have some sunshine out. Now this is why I was getting the baby wipes, so then I didn't smudge any more ink, but I spoke way too soon. I even think I've got Versamark stuck on the base of this. I'm doing really, really well today, girls. And I'm just going to give this a blot. And I will come back and give it a proper clean later. I'll just blot it. Because we may be, I'm thinking, I think that's enough, you know. Let me see. I think if I put that up there, put it right way around, Ellen. I think if I put that up there, it may be too much. I like the balance of this, and then somewhere up there I can put a sentiment, because there are plenty in this set to choose from. Driving now. God, that was a quick trip. Okay, while I'm here though, I am going to take off this label and we will deal with that in a second. And I am going to see how much ink I can remove, because that tells me what's going to happen. I'm removing a little bit. These sander razors are amazing. I've removed most of it. I'm doing good. Oh, that is so much better than what it was. Just go in from a different angle. Oh, there goes one half of my washing in the dryer. I think I saved it. Woohoo! Okay. So I'm going to put this away safely, away from all the ink and inky fingers. And in my bag from karate last night, so I was doing some card making at karate. Oh, look at how dirty this is. Right, flip it over and start a new side. These are my leftovers from class that I just use. So I am going to, I've got Mossy Meadow and I've got Petal Pink because I'm thinking I may use a bit of pattern paper, so I wanted to match the colours in the pattern paper. I think a friend of mine may have sent it to me from America because they're actually really hard to get. I know you can get them on Amazon. So I would have preferred, you can, this is like the sand and a rubber. So sand eraser and a rubber. But if I was to get one now, I'd get a full sand eraser, which you can get. But you can get those off Amazon. So Petal Pink, Mossy Meadow, easy as. So let's get going, and I'm just going to because Ellen's so particular when she colours, although I really should have gone in with my light first, but alas I haven't. So we will just work with what we've got. Because actually I shouldn't have gone in with my light, because I do want majority of these petals to be white. So I'm just going in and so pretty. So I'm just like at the base of the petals, a bit under here. So you can see with this lighter colour, it just fades out to white beautifully. Now I am going to have to use the image because these are petals as well. These are petals down here. So just some really, really quick colouring, nothing spectacular. This here is a petal. I think, yes, this here is also a petal. And just a bit here, and a bit there, and a bit there. Right. Don't you love how particular I'm being today? And I think I might just grab some So Saffron for the center. Well, that's all my petals done, girls. Make sure all those lines I've got. Lovely, beautiful. And this here is definitely a leaf. Great. There you go. Okay, good to know, because that's something we don't sell, Julie, so thank you. But yeah, keep an eye out. Thank you, Linda, and hello. So keeping it really simple also with my leaves. I'm not going to colour them too heavily, but what I didn't tell you is I am not going to colour the card base, so I'm sort of highlighting. I like the bullet end, but I struggle being neat with it, and we know I'm not neat in the slightest. So let's stop pretending to be neat. Oh, wrong end. I'm not paying any attention. I don't know what I was saying now. Lost my train of thought. Yes, I'm just keeping these leaves really soft and simple. And I've used this Mossy Meadow so much that the tip has gone on it, but that's okay. So rather than making these leaves really dark, I'm just keeping them fairly light, or as light as I can, being me. Okay, I think that's good for that one. Yeah, so I'm just highlighting this label piece, and I'm keeping the stamping that we have done on the card base totally plain. So I've just realized I have another leaf, another petal here, I think. So I've got this uppy turny one. Yes, that is a petal as well. Okay. And don't let me forget that's so saffron. Okay. I know I've been meaning to go and get new rings forever, and I haven't got there. But I'm also sort of procrastinating because I'm trying to work out when I get my actual real rings resized. So I'm sort of in 3 minds, 2 minds. Hello, Miss Deborah. Thank you for joining. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. And this will slot back in here. Yes, this will slot back in here nicely. Aha, there we go. So you can see that slots back in there, roughly there. Okay, those and those can go up there. So very, very simple colouring. And now for some sentiments. Thanks, hello. I am thinking of putting it on like a label, like possibly like this one. This one's just using the Enjoy Today sentiment, where that fits on the classic label punch. The Thinking of You fits on the the timeless label punch. And this is, I'm just showing you ones. This is a sample that I've made. That one, and that one I've used Enjoy Today. And then this one I've just stamped directly on the background, but I can't do that here, and I've used blends here for this one to make it a bit more Christmassy. Although it wasn't Christmassy, it was Christmas colours. Yes, I am shrinking, Julie. Although I'm shrinking slower now, which is a bit nice. Sentiments. Actually, I don't think I've used the hello sentiment. So the hello sentiment might be something I can use. Hello, Linda. Thank you. Hey, Renee. Sorry, missed you popping in there. Okay. Oh, I can tell I haven't even taken that off the sheet. Didn't want to come out and play. Now, I do just want to... Right. Now it's the fact of where does this go? This is fun, not. Okay, I am going to grab out also, oh, do you know what I forgot? I forgot to do the center. Now, light so saffron, that's all I'm going to use. As I said, keeping it nice and simple. Okay, flower is now finished. Well, okay. Paper, 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 paper. My piece of So Saffron sitting over here reminded me of the flower center. Okay, So I have various bits of paper. That one is a contender. Just thinking of something a bit more solid. Oh, I have this one or that one. That will work. I don't think I want to use the straight green. I knew that was going to happen. Might just stick this hollow to the edge of the box. Then I won't lose it. Don't think I want to use the brown, and I don't want to use the flowers. Now we do have just a straight green, but I think that's a bit too heavy of a stripe. And then I think, sorry, I've got the end of a pack here. I've got this one. The black I think is a bit too heavy. I think I'm actually really liking this one. And if I do it that way, we get like all the stripes on the edge. I'm thinking. The small flower. Oh, those small flowers. They are very pretty, but you won't see them as such because I just want to make a frame. So you won't really see them, but if I use, click over, but if I use this, you'll get the pickup of all three colours because there's a bit of, even though I haven't used it, I'll tell you what brown, oops, sorry guys, the brown that is, oh, not Garden Lane, Magnolia Lane, it is Early Espresso. I think the stripes are good too. I think that's where I'm going to go. Just making sure I'm still straight here actually after me knocking it. I think we're okay. Now, do I want matching matching edges with my stitched edges? Because it would give me a good guide as to where I am cutting. I think that might be the way to go. Just do it. We'll get rid of this piece because we're not going to use that petal pink. I know, I love the whole suite too. I didn't quite buy the whole suite, but I've got the note cards and envelopes. I've got the memories and more cards. I've got the ribbon. I've got, what else is in this suite? I've got the paper, I've got stamps. I don't have the dies. I do not have the dies. That's the one thing I didn't do, and I'll show you what I did instead. I didn't quite get the edges. I wonder if this will work. That is a perfect piece for another project though, or this side. Okay, I'll get my scissors and see what we can do with this, and we'll just make it work because this piece isn't quite wide enough. Hey Mimi, thank you for joining. Okay, my big handled scissors, although I am totally crooked. Totally crooked. I really did do a job when I knocked us. Okay, so Okay, so far so good. I am considering whether I use the trimmer for the long side, because I notoriously cannot cut straight. So grab my trimmer down. So that is 1/2 centimetre. So if I line this up with 1/2 centimetre, that should be pretty close to perfect. Yay me. Right. Because it had an opening, I could do it. And I've just followed the colours in the suite as I showed the card before. While I'm just doing this, I've coloured it in Rococo Rose there. So I saw the most gorgeous purple one when I've been getting some inspiration from Pinterest. It was so gorgeous. But yeah, you can do lots and lots of different things with this, because magnolias come in so many gorgeous colours. Okay, so I've done that. Okay, rubbish can go in the bin straight away, otherwise it will end up on the floor. Right, so this is where we start doing some piecing. Here's the piece over here. So what I think I want to do is, okay, I think I'm going to be a bit crafty here and inlay this piece in here. Grab a bit of, yes I do have some in here. Grab a bit, I need to get rid of this piece, it's not flat, it's annoying me. Okay, so I want to tape these two pieces together, so then they act as one piece and then I can put it on dimensionals. So that's where my brain is currently going. So putting them back as if I cut them out together. Okay. Hey, Glenda. Yes, you have caught me live. Okay. So I probably won't take the backing off this because I only want it to stick on one side. So you can watch me struggle with this. Most people would have had it all together by now, but hey, that's not my style. Okay, that's one side taped down. Good work. See, got to give myself encouragement for doing a good job because no one else is here to do it. Yeah, I didn't buy it as a suite either, Linda, but I've bought pieces and I will show you. I have managed to make my own version of a magnolia flower using other things I bought from the catalogues. So I was pretty chuffed with myself that I was able to make these magnolia flower out of things I bought from the annual catalogue. Oh, where are my little scissors when I need them? My fingers aren't in a tearing mood today. I think I just need one more piece and I'm all good. I'm hoping that will then stay together. Well, that's certainly, oh yeah, I do need other pieces. and then I think we'll be fine. Can I use this one? Will that be enough? Hopefully that'll be enough to hold that piece down, and just another piece up here, and then there will be no extra flapping from the die cuts. Okay, so no one's going to see what I've done on the back. They're going to go, how did she do that? Okay, and then we just try our very best to line these up. I love that. I do wish they had pointed ends, but sorry, my husband's trying to rudely interrupt. He's probably ringing me because he is on a train as well. Hello, Miss Leonie Newman. Sorry about the interruption. Okay. I know I need to pull down a new pack of dimensionals, but I'm just grabbing down my ends so I can use those up. These are all that I want to finish these dimensionals before I grab a new pack. Sorry guys, husband, being very rude. I'll ring him back. I did tell him I was going live today as well. He wasn't listening. It's probably ringing to say, I'm coming back home. Doesn't mean he's finished work. It just means he's coming home from Sydney. Now, did that actually cut through? Of course not. Right. And then we've still got the small matter of our sentiment to deal with. But I think this card is a touch too fiddly for a class. But it's a beautiful card to show all the same. And that's the thing I like to do, is show other ways to do things. But I show other things in my classes. Sometimes these cards do make it into my classes. I wish his backing had come off. Right, now I've told it who's boss. 2. And now the difficult part for lining up. Right, please pray for me that this is an extra little piece that is not going to pull off. Right, snipped it off. That is not going to stick out the side now. Now the bits I'm trying to line up are, it's so hard now. It's so hard. But I think I have it. What do you think? I think that's pretty good. Look how pretty that is. But do you know what no, don't do it, Ellen. Don't. I wished it was a bit, I don't know, I don't do pastel cards very often. So, our hello sentiment. Now that we've got this all in, I need to work out where I might like that. And I'm thinking like there is a beautiful place for it. But now I don't know how to add it. Let me ponder here, because... Oh, and I will show you my flower while I'm over here. This is my Magnolia. This is an exploding box that one of my downline showed us how to make. Not too hard to make, but yeah. Oh, and I've stolen the stamp while I was there. It can stick on there. And I decorated it with a magnolia flower. Now I have used the balloon punch and the punch that goes with the floral essence stamp set to make my own style of Magnolia. Yes, so I've done that as well, and I've used some of the twine and ribbon from the bundle. Or from the suite. Not that I said I bought the suite, but you girls get it. Now, timeless label punch. Let's just stamp it and do it and see how we go. Piece of petal pink. Oh, look, I have a lovely scrap here that is pretty much the perfect size. What do I want to stamp in though? I'm thinking I might have to go Mossy Meadow. The balloon punch, the hot air balloon punch. The hot air balloon punch, Linda. And this is the, I don't know the name of the flower, but I can tell you it's from the floral, it coordinates with the floral essence stamp set. So it's in the punch section of the catalogue. Mossy Meadow, that's what I was thinking too, Philomena. Our little interlude went well there for me deciding what I wanted to use. Can I reach that piece of paper? I'm glad I did that. I think my Mossy Meadow might be a bit dry. Somehow I just lost my feed. Please tell me if I'm still going live. Oh, yes I am. Just my computer's playing funny buggers. The feed stopped. Ah, that's better. I will re-ink this though, because that wasn't good. If I use the edge, I'm all safe. Okay. Leave it there for a few seconds for the ink to transfer. Beautiful. Still live. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, good. Renee, your feed must have stopped too. Oh, nice. What's for lunch? I'd love to know what's for lunch. I think I'm going to make a scrambled egg. Now, I'm thinking if... maybe this one's a bit too big. It's a bit wide for what I want. Do I have... Yeah, that punch really... I'm thinking if I have a little label die that'll work perfectly. Just let me have a quick flick here. Through, Although that's a bit wide too. That's out of the beautiful Boughs set of dies. Garage dies aren't going to help. Haven't got die in Jolly Season. All these magnetic sheets are sticking together. If you have any ideas of what may work, please just shout them out at me. Although I'm thinking this little one from Stitched Labels may just be perfect. But do I want scallops because it has scallops on the edges. Oh, we also have, oh, go back on the sheet please. I also have this one, and I just lost the set that it's from. That's a better sizing, and that was from the, I'll get back there, the Perfect Parcel set. I think the Perfect Parcel wins. However much this is good, I didn't want that intricate scallop, even though it has the stitching on it. Oh, I almost lost my little heart die. Oh, the yummiest pies. Yummo. Okay, put the bow one back on the bow set so it doesn't get lost in the abyss. And, well, I didn't even grab out the pretty parcels so I could show you. And now I think I've gone way too far. Stitch labels. Ah, Perfect Parcels, sorry. So that's the Perfect Parcel set that comes from. Yes, me too. Me too. Knocking lids off left, right and centre here. Okay, let's make some room for my die cutting machine again. I think just that pop of petal pink will just fill that corner nicely. Sorry if you can hear all the sanding going on in the background. Someone's doing something around here because I've got all the windows open. I hate it when I haven't cut straight on the paper and then I've got to line it up. That will do. It's handmade, not Hallmark. I do tell myself that all the time. Yes, you can have photos on your watch, Julie. You can see my Miss Louisa. I think I've also got, I've got photos of the family as well at karate. I've got all different watch faces, and I have Minnie Mouse. And Minnie Mouse tells you the time.
It's 1:02. Good afternoon.
That's rather sweet. And you can do Mickey as well. Okay, that can go in the bin. It is a rather amazing day. Okay, so get this card in here. Oh, I think that finishes it off just perfectly if we lie it flat. Although I am kind of considering edging the front of the card in Mossy Meadow. So while I'm adhering this, tell me if you think, I think I set up the photos on the app on my phone, just the watch app on my phone. And I'm right at the end of this bottle. Ah, there we go. I've only just got it out of my craft bag from karate last night, so it hasn't been sitting upright. Yeah, it just adds that nice pop of colour. I'll just cover up that stripe. I might, yeah. That is lovely. So, do you think I should edge or just leave it as is? I'm not very good with subtle colours, so I really am asking for some advice. I really try. Now, we haven't used this second box at all. We've just used the front box. Or should I do maybe the leaf up here or somewhere? Edge. Okay. Pop it down on a piece. Pop what down on a piece? Let's just edge. I think it's a little too... So, I just edge. I literally just place it in the ink pad. I think I like that. So I keep it clean without distressing it. I don't know. Like, you can do it where you swipe it, but I'm not a huge fan of the swiping. Not on a card like this anyway. It's not perfect, but I think it frames it. Maybe I should have left it. It's done. I can't, it's a card base. It's a whole card base. I could, Leonie, you're always right. Always right, Miss Leonie Newman. Geez Louise, woman. That's what it needs. It does just need that teeny tiny edge. Okay. Okay, let's see how good of an edge I can get in the new trimmer on thick Whisper White cardstock. So what I want is about that much off, the teeniest. Look at that, perfect. Right, this top edge is just going to be a bit more problematic because I do have to cut right on the score line. Okay, score line done. And then, so I'm just going to the edge of the grey brown, so I don't even know what that measurement is. I would say I'm cutting off like a 16th, maybe an 8th, not much. And then I'll put it on a Mossy Meadow card base, I think, and then that other piece I can have as my inside for the writing. And I think that'll ground it nicely. Just needed a touch of grounding. Just let me get this in the right spot. Done. Okay, and I haven't lost anything of the image. Now, just let me... This is just because I've got a touch of ink on the inside edge as well. I didn't get any on the bottom, so I'm just taking like 1/4 centimetre off each side, and then I will take 1/2 centimetre off the top, and then that is all good for a layer on the inside. And I may also put in, that's not smart. Don't know what I did there. What am I doing? Why isn't it cutting right? I've cut every other one fine except for this one. There we go. Yeah, don't know what happened there. Right, Mossy Meadow, which I have sitting out, and I just need to cut a card base. So I will score first. These are the things that happen right at the end of the process. I didn't breathe the right way. Oh, no, you're fine. Yeah, I haven't ruined the card, which is a good thing. Hate it when you ruin a card, but I can normally save it in some fashion. Okay. Right. Take 5. Take 5. Petal pink ink. Yeah, a Scooter, I agree. Cutting tiny little bits is just perfect with this. Now, if I was really smart, I would have... Oh, that's pretty good. Because I had it lined up from the front of the card. Lovely for the inside. Tiny bit of black on there, but that's not too bad. And I will clean those up off screen. I will close the ink pad, and I'm just going to leave that Magnolia in the middle. I'm not going to add any sentiment at all. You're paying attention now because it's mini. Okay. Come on, Mr. Glue. Play nicely, please. Because, of course, I've knocked it over while it's been sitting on my desk. So the glue's run away from the tip. I just put glue on the wrong end. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Top and bottom it shall be. Jeez Louise. And I do actually know a Louise too. God, she gets blamed for a lot in my house. Or should we just blame Miss Louise Sharp and it's all her fault? She's too lovely for it to be all her fault. Okay, right. Inside done. Outside and we are all done. I know, Chris, right? And it was that last cut. It'd always be the way. Oh, I think that may have been... Oh, I'm really on the dregs here, girls. I'm using all my might and muscle to get out these last bits of glue. Right, that's enough. That's perfect. Perfect. Just a bit more than the edging to finish it off. I'm so very happy with that. Thank you for joining me and helping in the creative process. Like crafting with you girls. Let me lid my glue, see if we can't get one more card out of it. So the things we have used today, we've used the stamp set. There's the card. We used the blends. we used, I don't know where they are. We used Perfect Parcels. We used Memento ink. We used, let's see if I can do this. We used the Stamparatus with the Memento ink. Put the blends in there. And we used the nested labels. But I picked up my embossing folders. Thank you, girls. Oh, did I go again? There we go. My I think it's a Facebook issue today. Keeps on knocking me out. How very, very rude of it. Do you think I can find my other dies here, ladies? Because they have gone AWOL. Absolutely AWOL. Oh, found them. They were under the petal pink paper, which would be good because I do need to put the die back. So they are all the bits and bobs that I have used to make this gorgeous little card. It was a bit fiddly, but I think it was definitely worth it in the end to get a result. And I like the fact that we did the highlighting of just the center bit, but the rest of the flower is there, just uncolored. But you could certainly color all of it or just leave it as I have there. So thank you so much for joining me. I will most likely be back on Thursday this week because my husband starts some leave as of Friday, and I think a girlfriend wanted to catch up with me, so I'll leave that day free to spend some time with her after the crazy school holidays. But thanks for joining, and if you can make it, you are all invited to my Magnolia Lane class on Sunday if you are local to me. So contact me if you did want to come, but if not, I can answer any questions that you may have in regards to anything that I have used today. Enjoy your beautiful day or evening, and I will catch you next time. Bye.